Hi everyone, Mo here with the vlog for the week of, I forgot. June 13th, 2022. All right, so the highlights of this week is it's the start of summer vacation here. Summer vacation has started on 3 different days for 3 different kids, but my oldest is still at college. She's working in the hospital, so she's there. And my son, he has so many things that he does over summer that, they're like, everybody's busy. So the most amount of time is being spent between me and my youngest, and she's always a lot of fun to hang out with. Sometimes she says very profound things, and sometimes she gets certain words very wrong, such as she was trying to explain that she's trying to make something her habit. Instead she said, oh, this is my habitat. And things like that is just, they don't probably repeat when they're older. But for now, that's super fun. We went on nature walks, as you can see, and I found this heart-shaped rock. It was, these are such delights that you can't really buy in a store. Like the joy, the adventure of a find. We are, what do you call them? Ooh, the people who dig for valuable things. Oh my God, archaeologists. Hey, I need to have like a vocabulary support open in front of me so I can get my words right. But anyway, you get the idea. I'm not the best with words. What can I do? And this is something I'm working on. This is again, junk journal in the true sense of the word, because all of these papers are just thrown away or recyclables. Anyway, I like how my blue jay turned out, because my daughter and I, we were sitting on the driveway in a towel under a shade, and these blue jays were everywhere. They were almost curious to see what we were up to, because we had our color pencils and we were sketching, sitting, collecting, doing all kinds of things. And that's a video for another day. But yeah, and I am drawing my house plants. And then today, actually, these are the finished paintings I have so far. These are this is canvas paper on which I have painted with acrylic paints. This is a 8 by 10 inches mat, and the opening is for 5 by 7 inches. So this is ready to frame, and I'm putting this up in my shop. So what I did, the way I do it is, after painting, after it's dried and flattened and everything is safe and nice, I would put them in their mats and then put them in these clear sleeves. And when an order comes in, they usually go into these stiff mailers. They are like, and then I put these, I have stickers. Yeah. Where are my stickers? Well, the stickers say do not bend. That's the idea of it. And the fun thing, I have been doing this, not this week, like I have done it only 3 days, is that when I'm painting, I'm actually filming myself. And then I cut it down drastically, like a painting that say took over 2 hours would be cut down to like into a 60-second reel, like the trailer of a movie kind of thing. So that's been a lot of fun. And what was incredible for me, this is a first time experience for me, is that when I posted these on Instagram, like within 10-20 minutes there were like 22,000, close to 23,000 views, and there are like 700 hearts and like likes. these are vanity metrics, I accept, but it feels good, when you post something that you put your heart and soul into and people enjoy watching them. And obviously, I'm trying to sell my paintings, so I'm trying to show the process as to how I'm making it and all of those. But when people respond to it, you feel a connection that, you're doing something right in this case. That kind of thing. And then aside from that, and obviously things are starting in first, the ideas are first sort of in my junk journal. And then from there, it becomes the idea of a painting. And on the other hand, I still haven't dyed anything. And it's not because I am procrastinating, but I have come upon a nice book where there are various kinds of natural dyes. And obviously, it's a beautiful book. Even if you do not dye or anything, you just looking through these is just amazing. Things that I never would even think that would be considered a dye, but I suppose natural things do have certain amount of pigment in them that could be used as dyes. And this is a completely new area for me, and I really want to explore this. I do have my fabric card. What I'm waiting for is to get a stainless steel pot or pan or something to do the dyeing in. I mean, if I use something for my crafting, I make sure that it's dedicated and it is never mixed in with my kitchen supplies. I mean, the safety of my family comes first, even before my crafting and fun and whatever. So I do not have a designated stainless steel that I can, I have a huge pot for soup, which I do not want to dedicate to my dyeing. God knows how many days, how many times I'm going to dye anyways, but that's not going into my craft supply. So I'm waiting to go to the shop and buy a moderate size pot and work with that. I have my fabric card. I have some plans for how I'm going to do it and all of that. But having said all of that, what else have I got to say this week? Oh yeah. My youngest, she loves baking, and I grew up with, good cooks, very good cooks, but they didn't bake. Baking was not a thing. Indian dessert mostly were not baked back then. I don't know how people do it now. I'm sure things have been simplified and whatnot. However, I never saw anyone bake growing up. I never got interested in baking. My youngest, however, she wants to bake. So she loves these British baking shows, cooking shows, and she would tell me, "Mommy, come and look at this." And I would have to watch that recipe with with her expectation that I'm going to be able to reproduce that, which is very interesting, the faith a child has in their parent, that I could reproduce something like that. Anyway, I did try. So I made some meatballs. It was that's where the conflict between a South Asian palate and an American palate is. I just get carried away. I added a little, why not the whole green chili? Instead of the half, or, just sprinkling a little pepper doesn't really do it for me. So I got a little carried away, and she loved it. She loved the food, but it was she was struggling. It was really hot for her. So I said, "You don't have to eat that. I can make you something simpler." She said, "No, but I can't not eat this either," which I took it as a huge compliment. But I could see that she was struggling, and I kept on apologizing, "Sorry, I didn't know how much is too much." Because I love spicy food, and my level of spicy versus the rest of the family's level of spicy are very different in the spectrum. I'm here, they are here. So I kind of tried to stay in the middle, but I suppose I got a little carried away. And ask a desi person, they will tell you they find, unless there is some heat and spice to the food, they find it bland and they can't eat. So, but yeah, I got a little carried away. Other than that, I just loved the fact that she took out like a those ice, not popsicles, those ice, like Italian ice, or what do you call those that come in cups. And she had one of those, and she's taking one bite. The moment she swallows, she drinks some water, and then she goes on to taking a spoon of that ice. And she said that's just letting me still enjoy the meatballs while not going up in flames, basically. So that, I thought that was interesting. Well, I enjoyed my cooking of in a long time. I have that was a good one. The recipe was good, and whatever modifications I did to it worked out. I loved it. What else? I had to get a plant rack because I kind of have been. I am not a plant mom, honestly. But my mom is like, wherever she would just start making a garden. And my oldest daughter is also kind of like that. So she asked me to start certain seeds and things for her, which I did. And then I also got some jade plants. I love plants. The reason I say that I'm not a plant mom is, I should say I'm not a good plant mom, because plants may or may not survive, and I hate killing things. But I got this plant rack so I can put the plants and let them be by the sun, because it's quite a bit of juggle, to move those plants back and forth. They sit in my kitchen counter, but the kitchen counter does not get steady sunlight throughout the day. And some of the plants, they do thrive, and you can see the plants are like reaching for the sun. And the plant that is like farthest away from the windowsill, it's like bent all that way. So that kind of tells me that it's probably time to give them much more even sunshine, and the only way that is possible is if they are in a rack that's standing in a space that receives consistent sunlight for a nice portion of the day. So I did that. Maybe next week I'll be able to show you once I put it back together, like not back together, put it together. And I think that's all I got. Bye for now. See you next week.